Hey, John from FastStacksBlog here, and in this video I'm going to step you through basically what I've done with one of my niche sites to go from 0 to over 100,000 organic search visits per month without building backlinks. I'm not saying that people haven't linked to my site, but I haven't spent time or money going out and building backlinks. All right, so here is proof quickly. You can see right down here it's 125,000 for the month of September 2014. So the formula is this: decent content, social media engagement, long tail keywords, on-site SEO, plenty of internal linking, SSL certificate equals organic traffic. Can I tell you which one is most important? No, not really. Can I guarantee that if you do this that you're also going to get the same? No, I can't. All I can do is tell you what I've done and that I can isolate really what I've done with my site in order to get organic search traffic. And that's what this video is about. All right, so the content is a lot. I publish a lot. I publish 5 to 8. I've just given instructions to my team to increase this up from 8 to 12 per week this week. And my posts are going to range anywhere from 400 words to 3,000 words. I don't really care about word count. I care about writing enough and including sufficient media to basically make it a comprehensive post. Not every post I write is the best on the web for that topic, but it's decent. I have some that are very, very, very good, and I have some that are just decent. So that's my approach. Overall, the site is good. I get good feedback. So you definitely want to make your content good. I use text and images. Depending on your niche, you may use a lot more text or you may use a lot more images. Mine's an image-rich site. It's in a very visual niche. You obviously want to write well. I hire writers. I hire writers who are professional writers, and they do a good job. If you use images, use good images, and basically at the end of the day, you want to create content that people are going to like and share. I can't say for sure. I have no evidence to show that social engagement helps with search engine rankings, but here's what I suspect: that if I didn't get the social engagement that my niche site gets, I doubt I would get as much organic search traffic that I do. All right, first off, internal linking. I do this for page views. I do this for user experience. I don't necessarily do it for higher rankings, but it helps. When I have hundreds of posts on my niche site, I want to get people to be able to find other related content, so I link to it. I create related content text links at the bottom of my content. I create text links within the content, and just overall I've got lots of navigation at the top, in the middle, and below, and so people can find more information on my site. And I have a suspicion that internal linking is helping me rank for quite a few keywords. When I publish a new post, what I will do is I will go back to related posts and I will incorporate links into those older posts linking to the new post. Social media engagement, again, I've already said I suspect that this helps quite a bit. I have no empirical evidence. There are some SEOs who say it's hogwash, that social media is meaningless and will do nothing for rankings. I don't know. All I'm sharing with you is what I've done to get to 125,000 monthly organic search visitors. Okay, so at the end of the day, in my experience, and I have two fairly large Facebook fan pages, one with over 150,000 fans and one with 85,000. I can tell you generally that images and videos are going to have more engagement than just text articles. But that said, if your niche is really one where information is best communicated with text, then you're going to want to stick with text. So however, this could drive the niche you choose. If you're looking to really get a lot of traffic from social media, you would probably do well to pick an image or visual type of niche. If you are going to go with images and use images in your posts, I highly recommend the SumoMe image share plugin. Basically, just get the SumoMe plugin or app, install it, and set up the image share. They call it an app, and it's really, really good because individual images can be shared to social media, and I get 600 to 800 shares additional a day just because of that. I also post very, very regularly to social media. I'm talking 7 days a week, and I've just instructed my team to go from 10 to 15 times a day posting to social media. It drives a lot of traffic. It drives a lot of engagement. Overall, it's very, very good. And I strongly recommend that, if you are going to be in a niche that is going to be active on social media, that you post regularly. Just keep doing it. Within let's see, it's probably been about 10 months now since I launched the one niche site. I'm up to 85,000 fans, just shy of 2,000 Pinterest followers and 700 Tumblr followers. I really made a focus on Facebook. I do somewhat focus on Pinterest and Tumblr, but Facebook is my priority, just because I find sending traffic from Facebook to a website is just very easy, much easier than Pinterest, at least for me. Okay, probably one of the biggest, most important things I've done over the months is going for long tail keywords. That's really helped. I don't try to rank for competitive keywords. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't really track that. I just sort of track organic traffic that comes to my site and how much money it generates. And it does generate quite a bit of revenue. I would say my organic search traffic for my one niche site generates approximately $6,000 a month in profit, so it's definitely worth doing. Now, the long tail keywords, I keep it fairly simple, but the first tool I use is the free Google Keyword Planner. And I'm just basically looking for recurring type phrases. So I'll put in a lot of seed keywords, the main keywords in my niche, and just looking for types of phrases that people are using. Then once I have some ideas of what would be a good starting phrase to use, the real gold is with the keyword snatcher. I have lists and lists and lists of very good long tail keywords that I've generated from keyword snatcher. So I'm just going to give you a quick demo of that right now. Okay, this is keyword snatcher. There may be a more recent version. I don't know. This looks pretty antiquated though. But anyways, it does the job. That's all I care about. So what it does basically is when you are in Google and you type in, let's say something like that. This is a phrase I'm going to use as an example of keyword snatcher, but you type in, start typing phrases and words and so forth. It's going to get some auto suggest items. Okay, now you can manually go through with like hotels A, hotels B, C, etc. Right? You can do that. You can come up with your own list, or you can use something like keyword snatcher, which will do everything for you within seconds. So if we go back to our example of hotels with, and then here you can, I don't perform the deep research because it gives a lot of stuff that's not terribly relevant. I usually just do Google, so just because I just really want the main listings, keep it simple. And so that's it. That's going to be our base keywords, and then we hit snatch keywords. You can see it's generating very, very quickly. Here we are. Here's our list. So if you're in the travel niche and you're going to do some stuff about hotels, which I think is not a bad niche, you can look hotels with bed bugs. That's funny. People actually search that. Yeah, like they're going to tell you. I guess reviewers would. Look at all these keywords. You're not going to find this just sort of off the top of your head in Google Keyword Planner, but you're going to get lots of amazing. You can see how it goes in order, right? So we started with J. Okay, got some random stuff, but then we go to A, B, right on down through. You're going to get some sort of keywords that don't really make sense. But at the end of the day, you're going to get a lot of really good long-term keywords that you could write a lot of great content about and wouldn't be that hard to rank for. So this is really probably my most valuable keyword research tool that I have. I use it a lot. I've generated a lot of content and a lot of ideas using this. So the last point here is don't just go for high volume keywords. You know, all these people say, oh, you got to look for 1,000 minimum volume search per month, etc., etc. You know, if I get a nice list of a couple hundred keywords from Keyword Snatcher there, and I see one that's getting 30 a month, I'll do it. I'll do a post on it because it all adds up. And besides, if you write a post of 1,000 words and you've got a bunch of images in there that are all optimized for the search engines, you're not just going to rank for the one keyword or key phrase that you're going for. You're going to rank for quite a bit of other stuff. So, you know, what looks like it could be 30 visits a month might end up being a few hundred. So, you know, as long as people are searching it, I'm good with it. I'm going to go with it. So next I want to talk about a skyscraper technique, and this is something that's been publicized, developed, discussed at length about by Brian Dean at Backlinko. Google skyscraper technique by Brian Dean or Backlinko, and you'll find it. He's got a huge article on it. I think he might even have a few. on it. It's very effective. It's something that's worked very well for me. Here's one article that I've used, that I've done with the Skyscraper Technique. It's a fair amount of work. It's not something that you're just going to crank out in an hour. This particular post took me, I think, about 12 hours to create. But now, this is just for the month of October. I got 1,351 visits to it for one post on a blog. And what's great is it's really consistent. Okay, it's month in, month out now. I think I published this back in July, and so it didn't take very long to rank, and now it's just really good at pulling in consistent traffic. It earns money with display ads and affiliate promotions, and makes anywhere from about $40 to $80 per month. And just think about that. For after 12 months, let's just say it makes $50 a month. It means $600 for the year for 12 hours of work. And that's $50 an hour, okay? But let's say it keeps plugging away for 2 years, then we're talking about some pretty good revenue from one piece of content. And not only that, this particular piece of content was one I actually did entirely myself. Most of my content I outsourced, but this was it was a new technique I was doing with the Skyscraper Technique, so I did the whole thing. Anyways, I'm not going to go into details. Brian Dean explains it really, really well. I recommend you check it out. It's a good way to get organic traffic, and I'm using it like crazy. This is just one example. I have several on my blog. On-site and SSL. Okay, now first off, I'm not even going into off-site into this whole video because I'm not building backlinks, all right? All I'm doing is posting to social media. The only exception I did is I did submit my site to Best of the Web, just one directory. It's a very reputable directory, and I just did it just because. My on-site isn't even all that great. All I do is a meta title and a description. I try to fit in the long tail keyword phrase in both of those. And that's about it. I don't even bother really trying to hit some sort of keyword or key phrase percentage density in the content or anything like that. I just write the content or get the content written and publish it. And that's really all I do. That said, with my images, I do add the alt titles and image descriptions. I do that for every image, and I find that that helps a lot for getting traffic, optimizing the images for the search engine. So if you use images, I do recommend you take all of the 12 seconds it takes to do that. Right for humans is pretty common sense. And the last topic I want to nail here is what's called the SSL certificate. In August 2014, Google announced that sites with an SSL certificate are going to enjoy a rankings boost or a rankings advantage over sites that don't have that. Now that got my interest very, very quickly. And the reason is while I'm not really into SEO in a big way, here is something that Google has publicly stated and said, if you do this, you will get a rankings boost. For me, it's a no-brainer. And the reason it's a no-brainer is basically it's a white hat method to get more traffic. Now, it sounds all easy to install an SSL certificate. It wasn't all that easy for me, and the reason for that is most of my images are hosted on Amazon CloudFront, and so that was an added complexity to the whole matter, and I had to research which SSL certificate I should get and so on and so forth. I did hire someone to help me out with all that, so it took about a week long to do the whole thing. So, do read up on it some before you just run out and slam an SSL certificate on your site. The problems I've had is some of the advertisers I had on my site, their banners and their advertisements aren't SSL compliant, so I had to actually remove them. So that's been very costly. So there can be a fallout by doing it. However, now I can only speculate. Now this is the date, August 28th, 2014 is when I finalized the installation of the SSL certificate. I can only speculate that this increase in traffic, now it's been dipping down a little bit the last few weeks, but this increase here is a result of the SSL. I can only speculate, but on the other side here, my traffic, organic, this is all organic traffic only, has been in a trajectory the whole time. So can I attribute this to the SSL certificate? I can't say so with 100% certainty, but it looks likely. It looks like it's a reasonable conclusion. I don't know. So anyways, there is a cost to it. It can be a hassle. I'm not saying go out and get it. If I had to do it again, would I do it again? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure that this amount of additional traffic, this, I can tell you this, okay, even if all this additional traffic is attributable to the SSL certificate, it doesn't come anywhere near to have earning sufficient money to make up for the ads I had to remove from my site. So I am definitely in the hole as a result of getting an SSL certificate. However, I am optimistic in the long run that it will pay off. So I'm keeping it on there, and I'm going to stick with it for now. So that's all I can tell you. And I'm going to wrap her up with this. You know, you just got to keep building. I just started my site in a niche that I've always enjoyed, and I just kept building, 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 and building. And you want to just keep adding good new content. You want to build up your social media channels and just keep at it. I had no search engine traffic for the first 3 months, and all of a sudden, you know, I was like up to 400, 500, 600 a day. It just sort of happened, and that's when I really realized, hey, you know, I could really take advantage of this, because I never set out to do a lot of SEO stuff for this site. This is going to be social media site. This is going to be word of mouth site. This could just be a repeat loyal visitors type of website, not just a big organic search focused site. But it's turned out that way. I still do lots of social media. My search traffic is about 12 to 14% of my overall traffic. So it's still actually a fairly small percentage of my overall traffic, but it's still a sizable amount nevertheless. So anyways, that's what I've done. I can't guarantee this will work for other sites. It's what's worked for me. Now, should I be building backlinks? Probably anybody who's really into building backlinks will watch this and say, well, you could probably triple your traffic if you built backlinks, and that's possible, but you know, I don't really want to take on the risk. And besides, I don't really like building backlinks. I'd rather just keep building, adding more content. Maybe it's naive, but so far it's worked for me. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching.